Everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Happy to share person, Lerado Shirenzi, glorious see everyone. Okay, today is Wednesday. Oh my God. Well, those of you who are still in the corporate world, tomorrow is Friday for you, I think, right? Or is it today? Is today the last day for the people? Yeah, I think so, people in the corporate world. Having said that, I'm going to go with the abuse thing first. As you know, I'm sure everyone heard that Diddy has been convicted on 2 counts and not guilty on 3. And remember I said it's going to depend on the parameters they give them. But you know something else? The parameters they give them within which they can find him guilty or not guilty. But I was talking, I wasn't talking, I'm sorry. I was watching a video from the news, I believe it's NBC in New York. And they were explaining who the prosecutors were. I didn't know that. And the jury, well, it seems like all the prosecutors were white women and the jury was mixed. When the person said that, I'm like, how come they didn't have at least one black prosecutor? But anyway, I feel intuitively that had an effect on the outcome of the verdict as well. But like I told you, I was seeing bars, I still see bars, and according to experts, each one of those counts he was convicted for carry a 10-year sentence. So, still doesn't look good. I mean, I guess it's good compared to life in prison. If you were convicted on any of the other ones, I don't know how many years the other ones. The other ones, they each carry 15 years. And then the RICO is the one, I don't know how long, but it's a long time. So, and also I told you it was going to take 2 days. It took 2, I was surprised. I'm like, oh my God, 2 days. So, yeah. But one thing I feel, in some ways, I feel bad for. I forget her name now. The first young lady who signed up with him at 19. Okay. The name keep flipping in front of me and I can't read it. Sorry. If you see me pause for a second, I'm trying to see it. But Casey, something like that. I don't remember. But anyway, I can't see it. I feel bad for her because she basically pulled her young adulthood out there, and for the jury basically not to do anything about it. That I don't understand this. But like I said, once or twice, it depends on the parameters, and it feels like to me, at least. Remember, guys, I told you most of the jurors didn't like him. I wouldn't be surprised if 1 or 2 of the jurors simply did not want to send him to prison for that long. So that's my 2 cents on that. Let me see if you guys have any questions, and then I'll go to more serious. Dela Jean says RICO was hard. Oh yeah, from what I understand. Oh my God, Eminem, thank you, Eminem Gaston. My friends, I am so sorry. I want to thank everyone for your help. And those of you who have been with me from the beginning, I thank you for your support. I mean, for the new subscribers as well. I did reach 50,000. I was shocked yesterday afternoon. I don't remember what I was doing. And I'm like, oh my God, let me check my comments because I have been there is another YouTube channel that's been spamming. They basically been advertising on my comments, and this is something I've never seen before. But it seems like they have a bunch of. I'm going to say it unfortunately, but it seems like they all have Indian-sounding names, and the pictures look either Indian or Asian. Okay, and oh my God, they were spamming my comment board. So I finally did something about that. But lately, I've been diligent about making sure that no one is trying to sell you or my subscribers anything I know is a lie, because that's something I really don't like. So I want everyone I want to thank everyone for your support. I really appreciate it. I didn't think I was going to get it like over a year ago. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to reach 50,000. I'm like, oh my God, I've been working so hard. But thank you everyone for your support. Thank you for your help. I appreciate it. Now I'm going to see if I can reach 100,000. We'll see. I'm getting greedy now. Having said that, I'm not quite sure how to go from here, but we'll talk about that this morning. I am really concerned. I am sure all of you have heard about the denaturalization that Trump and Bundy have proposed, and they've put out criterias on how to go about, they can denaturalize you for any reason. It feels like to me, because I am saying this based on what I remember from growing up. And I was looking at Miller's face yesterday while they were having a meeting or something like that at the Alligator Alcatraz. These people are enjoying what they are doing to immigrants and the plans that they have for the rest of us. And some of you suggested that I go back to where I came from, and they said the blue states, I would be more protected there. I doubt it, my friends, because like I've said before, things are going to get much worse before they get better, okay? And immigrants, natural citizens of this country, there's a plan. And I predicted something a while back that I feel they are using to accomplish their goals, and that has to do with computers. You guys remember I told you, and it's all Mellon's ideas too, okay, to be able to control everyone. But one picture I keep getting is they want to shrink the population of this country. I don't see how it's going to be useful. Okay, more people, more taxes. Okay, less people, less taxes, and not everyone want to work in agriculture or computers or want to be a doctor. Okay, and also some of us, we do what we have to do to earn a living. But to go back to what I was saying, it feels like to me what I predicted to you probably around February, March. Okay. What I am seeing is a computer model of our population, how they vote, all that kind of stuff. They're going to use that model, okay, to simulate who carries power and all kinds of stuff. So they can find ways to change things to their liking, what they want to see in the population and everything else. This is going to be more complicated than I thought. But I feel the abuse perpetrated on, they're only starting with migrants. They're going to come for denaturalizations, and in the meantime, they're going to go for Americans those, for whatever reason, I don't know if you guys heard yesterday, Trump was talking about sending American abroad to prison. It can be anything. Okay, I'm telling you, I am trying to figure out what to do. I was thinking of, I'm looking at my options. Let's put it that way, because I can't afford, because of doing this. Okay, and a couple of people have threatened me. I delete and some of them are not. They just said, you better stop doing this, otherwise, this can happen to you. I take all those things seriously, but I can't wait. But one thing, to wait on them making a decision, when they're going to start denaturalizing people. And I was listening to Joyce Vance, I believe that's her name. Joyce Vance from MSNBC. She said this morning, anything, they decide whether you're guilty or not, or if you should be sent somewhere. So I take what those specialists say seriously. So I'm looking for a way, just like Dave Pakman. In fact, I watched one of his videos this morning. He was talking about the same thing. He released a video talking about, I don't want to make this long, but talking about what I'm talking to you. He made a whole video about at least 15 minutes, but I'm going to make it in a couple of minutes, I hope. But we are approaching a new phase. And somebody posted something yesterday about those people they are going to put, and I'm switching topics. I'm heading towards Alligator Alley. Yesterday, I was watching. They had a news conference there, and the other people, they are very proud of Alligator Alley, or Alligator Alcatraz. I'm sorry, not Alley, Alcatraz. And I was seeing how some of them were laughing. But in my mind, what I was seeing is Auschwitz, and I'm sure Ela visited it. I've never seen a picture of him visiting Auschwitz, okay? But that's the vibe I was getting, and I could not understand for the life of me how anyone can be laughing at putting people in a situation like this, and these people have kids. And that's when it really brought to me something I remember when I was young. Besides the Auschwitz situation, I have told you guys about a place when I was in Haiti, young kid. There was a place they called Fort Dimanche. If you go in there, the probability of you living is small. As I was watching these guys laughing, and they're not teens, they are grown-ups. They understand what they are doing. Hopefully they know history. They enjoy this. That's the part I don't understand. But it feels like to me this poses great danger for this country, because this is going to be a historic thing. I don't think they understand that. Or if that's a historic, they're going to think it's good for them. I was watching them yesterday. This is 2025. You can deport people, or you can clamp down on criminals, whether they were born here or someplace else. And even those people, you don't laugh at them. You know what I mean? But yesterday what I saw was a bunch of cold-hearted people. They won't stop at anything. There is something, there are a couple of things that have been said by them. Vance said he didn't care about anything on that big ugly bill as long as they get money for ICE, okay? And Norm said, it doesn't matter, you know, what their activities, how it affects this country, what it does to their reputation. All they want is get these people out of this country. Guys, as an immigrant, okay, when we get here, you want to stay here. You're not thinking about these things. All you want is a job, get on your feet, and do the right thing, help your family. Very few immigrants come on mind to steal, to kill, do the wrong things. So it doesn't matter that Alligator Alley place, it's not going to be filled with criminals. No. It's going to be filled with families. And we are in Florida. God help us if a hurricane hits. And what I saw yesterday, in fact, one of you asked me about, did I see a hurricane hitting that area? I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I'm not going to tell you that. But the tents that I saw, or whatever they call those things, if they're housing, there is potential for a human disaster. But they're not thinking that way. Or maybe for people like the Nazi guy, maybe that's why they put that place there. I think this is a major risk. But my prediction is, since that's why I'm here, they may win for a little while. Intuitively, psychically speaking, this is not going to work. It doesn't matter. And I told you, I've been saying this for a while now, between now and next June, anything can happen. And to whatever you, that's what I feel. And as for me, I am going to continue to do my stuff regardless of where I am. I'm going to continue with my channel. That's how I earn a living. Yes, I'm a retiree. Okay. And like I've told you my story, this is what God sent me here to do. I didn't want to do. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to be an engineer. That didn't work out so well after 30 years in the field. And I realized I had to do what I had to do. So God has a purpose for me. And now that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, whether I do it here or someplace else, I'm not seeing them coming after me yet. I am sure I will be told, but I will be talking to some people, find out what my alternatives are, just like David Parkman is doing as well. I heard him this morning. But I'm not surprised about this because for the past 2 weeks it's been on my mind. I just simply never said much about it. I've warned you guys, I am not exempt. But after what I heard yesterday, all of us, it doesn't matter whether you are born here or not, all of us are at risk until this passes, and it will pass. And I don't think it's going to take years either. That's my prediction. So hang in there. I'm sharing this with you guys. I am glad my father had took the decision to bring us here. So I had a break from it. But at this point, you know, I had a good break. I can't complain. Some in Haiti, in other places, never had a break. So I can't complain. I'm going to continue to do what God wanted me to do. I was told before I graduated from college, this is what I was supposed to do. I'm like, this is never going to happen. Forget it. Here I am. So I'm going to continue doing this, whether here or someplace else. That I can tell you. Okay? So, but this Alligator Alcatraz has a potential for something very bad to happen. Because yesterday, looking at all these people laughing and the way they were conducting the tour, I did not get a good feeling. I did not expect anything bad to happen, but the feeling is not good, and it's going to get worse. And there are a couple of other things I wanted to, you know, the other thing is, I feel that, you know, that's to show you. I wrote it down because I knew I was going to forget. Norm is talking about prosecuting a CNN journalist that came out. Oh, well, yeah, it's about an application that help people, tell people, hey, ISIS in this area, avoid, or, you know, help those who are undocumented. And Norm is calling now to have that journalist prosecuted. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I have never heard, I mean, you know, when they publish secrets and stuff like that, yes. But the way they are doing it, you know, these people sound as if they've lived a perfect life and everything they've done was right. My friends, every single one of them who are abusing those who have taken great risk to work hard in the fields here and do all the menial jobs. Some of us, like myself, you know, I did it once. I don't want to go back there. And, you know, let me tell you guys, when I was doing dishwashing job, working in restaurants and all that stuff, I made up my mind, and I think I've shared that with you before. I was not going to do this, not for the rest of my life. I couldn't. And looking back, I was right. But you don't treat them that way. If you want to send them back home, according to reports, Obama, they call him deporter-in-chief. You can do it like Obama did, but you don't celebrate the way they are doing it. By the way, as I mentioned Obama, I just remembered something I wanted to mention at the beginning, and I didn't. Just like I forgot about the 50,000 because the stuff that I'm seeing is somewhat upsetting. Do you guys remember I told you the last week or the week before last, I saw Obama, Bush, Clinton, and the like talking, meeting, discussing the direction of the country. I don't know how many of you heard Bush and Obama. I don't know if they released a video or something like that. I've not seen the video. But they were talking about the way this regime went about dismantling USAID. From what I understand, Bill Gates has taken, or he's helping, because he has a foundation somewhere, I don't know where, but at least try to minimize the number of deaths that can happen if no one helps. So at least there is a little bit of something, okay? But former President Bush and former President Obama, I'm sure there are going to be more to come out. I simply don't know when. But it feels like to me a lot of leaders from military, leaders from government, former presidents, at some point, what that collaboration between Bush and Obama is only the beginning, okay? Because there are certain things that are to come that are going to be so shocking and painful to see. I'm not sure what they are, okay? It's people are not going to be able to sit back and watch. And that's what I'm saying to you yesterday, what I was watching those people meeting at Alligator Alcatraz, they're going to try to paint it their way. Whenever those bad things happen, oh, it's nothing, just like Oman said when they asked them about a 75-year-old Cuban gentleman who died in ICE custody. Did he know anything about it or something to that effect? He says, oh, no, but people die every day. They're going to try to do these things. My prediction is it's not going to work. No. They are heading in a direction they're not going to be able to get back from. Okay? And intuitively, there is going to be another clash, major clash, between melon and fruitcake. This is not heading in the right direction. And as I look at people around them trying to mediate that situation, I don't feel it's going to work. Their egos are too big. And it's not about the country. It's about what they want. But let's see what happens. That's my prediction, friends. But hang in there. It's going to be a rocky road, but we'll make it through. It will pass. That's for sure. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for, oops. That thing took me all the way down. Zion Christian says, Homan was downright callous. Oh my God, callous is on the statement about that man's death. Yep, I've always seen him in front of The Hague once the U.S. joined the ICC as a signatory. I don't feel we're going to do that, but I feel once Congress changes hands, among other things, you know, there is going to be a protest that's going to scare a lot of people. I'm not sure when it's going to happen. And it's going to wake people, I'm talking about people in high, from Trump and company. Okay, yes, I understand that, you know, like Vance said, you know, they have the guns, you know, the court don't have any, they don't have power. But people have power. They can't kill everybody. It's going to be pretty frightening to them. That's what it feels like to me. And all those things that they are doing, like I said a number of years ago, 7 years ago, okay, if not more, no, yeah, about 6, 7 years ago, I said, Republicans are going to be out of office for a long while. I'm not sure it's going to be this, it's going to start this cycle, probably in the House, because I don't know how many they need in the Senate to lose it, okay? But they will lose the Senate too, and the presidency. I know the Trump family are making plans for the next Trump to be president. Good luck. what's coming. It's you know, when something is out of somebody's hands, okay, and I told you that before, I wasn't sure of what they were going to do, or I did not know some of the stuff that they were going to do, how bad they were going to be. The direction they are in right now, the trajectory they are on right now, it's very difficult to back away. They can't. That Alligator Alley, the connotation, a lot of people, that stuff is giving a lot of Americans second thought. Plus, the big ugly bill. Those two things are resonating. Okay? Because it's a transfer of wealth from people like myself to the super wealthy. I told you guys that about 3 years ago. Okay, I didn't say transfer because at the time I wasn't seeing it that way. I explained it the best way I could, how they were going to have us live our lives so busy trying to earn money to pay our rent and eat. But this is what was coming. We can fix it. I mean, this country is not lacking for creative people, very smart people that know how to do things at the right time, when the time is right, to help put this country back on its feet. But this is not going to work. They have no idea what the harm they're causing, the energy, the negative energy that they're creating, and they're not going to win. No. That's my prediction. Okay. Let's see. Marvin H says they released a statement. I don't know. Let me see. Zion Christian says the so-called Freedom Caucus and the House includes Thomas Massie, who is a hard no on the BBB. Yes, but I would be surprised if it doesn't pass. Because, as we know, Trump is directing the orchestra. And like I said a little earlier, the win is temporary. Because people are going to, I mean, this is going to hurt people. There is no two way about it. And I'm not saying it because I am going to be one of those it's going to hurt. Okay? Because Medicare, okay, I mean, according to what I hear, if they take money from Medicaid, okay, they, at some point, it trigger some kind of law or something like that, a provision in the bill, okay, they're going to start drawing money from Medicare, among other things that are very important to all Americans. So the one is going to be temporary. Reality is going to set in with the American people. And I think it's going to be peaceful, but all hell is going to break loose. Hopefully it won't get there. When I say all hell is going to break loose, people, I mean, it won't matter using tie wraps to handcuff people. Now, people are just going to pour into the Capitol. They're going to have to barricade everything. That's how many people, I feel, are going to go out to peacefully protest. There are going to be some violence as well, but let's keep our fingers crossed that won't be necessary. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for questions. We are all targets. Oh yeah, Marika Vafiadi says we are all targets. And Trumpland, for sure. Elon, go home. Melania, go home. they're going to go after Elon, but you know, I don't see Melania being a target. But, well, according to how the Trump thinks, it's all for us with the little people. Just like that lady in Manhattan, that rich lady, only little people pay taxes. I'm trying to remember her name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. Yikes, I can't remember her name. I can see her face. Yeah, that's the same. I'm talking about the attitude. You know, little people, we can, you know, snatch their citizenship and send them somewhere. You know, but that's not going to happen to Melania. But Elon can defend himself. He will fight back. Or he's ready, because yesterday I was seeing he has a whole slew of lawyers he's working with. So it feels like to me they already have a blueprint on how to defend him. And you know what? It doesn't matter anyway. He can go right next door to Canada. And once the next administration comes in, you won't have a problem. Or he can go, well, Germany, I'm not quite sure how well he would be accepted in Europe, because they don't like him very much. Okay. Raymond Di Pasquale says, YM droid Diddy is facing 8 to 10 years on two charges if the prosecutor gets if the prosecutors get their way. They would have him serve them separately, and you must serve, oh my God, 85% of the sentence in federal prison? I didn't know that. Yikes. You know, the last place anyone wants to be is prison. And if you are over 50, it can be a death sentence. Because if you have any illnesses, you know, blood pressure, diabetes, any of that stuff, according to what I hear, because, I mean, they have their hands full trying to manage that many people, among other things that are happening in those places. So, regardless of what, you know, he was able to escape the most serious charges, but over 50, one day in prison is too much. Never mind potential for 10 or 20. Okay. Oh, YM Droid, that's who, okay, yeah. Yeah, the serious charges, but like who said, Christopher McCracken, I think, said that. I think. Yeah, 8 to 10 years. Even if they give him, you know, tell him, the judge decide to tell him to serve it concurrently, it's still a long time. He'll be in his 60s, mid-60s. 10 years is a long time. I mean, 10 years goes fast. It's like, the way I'm gauging this is when I took early retirement, and now, I mean, it seems like I was blinking. Every year, I only had time to blink my eyes once. That's how fast time goes. But everything changes too. It's not going to be. Thank you, Valencia de la Vega de Lloyd, for, yes, we made 50K. I appreciate you and everyone else that helped me get there, and your patience with me. Thank you. Yes, so I don't envy him. But what he did to Cassie, the name just flashed again and I was able to see it. What he did to Cassie really bothers me. Okay. Krista McCracken says, Mark Elias did an interview with Brian Tyler Cohen about the, I didn't see it. I have to look for it. I wonder if it's about the immigration stuff. Okay. It says Imelda Marcos. No, that woman I'm talking about, she's pretty wealthy. She used to own her husband used to own a hotel in New York City. She was very wealthy. I just don't remember her name right now. Thank you very much for unconditional love, Taro. Yes, a lot of hard work. Dela Jean is asking, do I think the judge will release him? Because he's Leona Hemsley. Thank you, Ellie Hacker. Okay, I can't say 100% because but it feels like the judge is leaning towards, yes, say C.D. Lewiger, Lady of the 80s, yes. He's been in prison for over a year, according to what I heard. And the judge is leaning towards maybe giving him a break. Okay, thank you, Nana Binana. You were on my mind the other day. Yes, Hemsley. They may let him out before they send him back in to serve however many years they give him. Okay, so DRC is asking, will the international community begin to act more against the Orange Mushroom actions? Yes. Well, they've been acting. What they do is flies under the radar, but they have not been very nice, I'll tell you that. Hi, C.D. Lewiger. Okay, friends. Thank you very much, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help, and thank you, everyone, for helping me get 50,000. Sorry. If anyone would like to a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilu.com, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. And if you like the channel, I'm shooting for 100,000 now. Please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. I know I have to change some stuff too. There is something I did that I have to find out what I did that's causing more ads to show. Every day I have to go back after I record this to remove ad placements. So I'm going to do that now. I can't do it now. I have to do it within the next 30 minutes because in 30 minutes it should be ready for me to be able to do it. But I have to find out what it is that's making this thing put so many ads on my videos. So I'm working on that too. But thank you everyone for your help and your support. Elizabeth Martinez says 100 carries and use 100,000 soon, I'm hoping. So you're very welcome, Haiku. Let me see, what's one more thing? Oh yeah, please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. You'll be surprised. Thumbs up helps a lot, friends. So please give me a thumbs up. I will see you all tomorrow, same time. I think I'm taking Friday the 4th off. So we'll see what happens. Unless something major happens, I'll come on, but chances are I'm taking Friday off. I will see you all tomorrow. Till then, bye.